Great. Last event on the women's side, the 5,000 meters, another really interesting one. Lots of names here that we often talk about on this podcast. The QT for the 5,000 in the women's is 15:10. The women who already have that standard include Laura Waitman, who's around 14:44. As we mentioned, Ailish McColgan has the standard. Courtney Bryan also has the standard, but we believe she's injured. She's not on the start list. And previous interviewee, previous guest, Verity Ockenden, has a 15:03, and Jessica Judd has ran 15:06. So again, I found it really tough to choose 3 out of this list, guys. Who are you picking for at least the champion here, Kat?
I think Ailish McColgan is definitely going to win it. So I think that will be fairly conclusive. But I think what happens after that is going to be much more interesting. I think Laura Waitman's got the better time, but looking at her times this year, she's run 15:10 and an 8:56 3,000. So nothing really that matches her previous best time. So it'll be really interesting. I mean, maybe she is in better shape than that suggests, but that puts her right with Ockenden and Judd and Amy Louise Markov. So I think it's going to be a really good race, that one. I think it will be really tough to pick. I think Ockenden is quick over the shorter stuff, and she raced really well over the 10,000. That was a big PB for her, even though she didn't quite qualify. So I think taking it down to 5,000, I think she stands a really good chance of putting in a big finish there. But Jess Judd and Amy Louise Markov are capable of the same. So I'll be rooting for Verity, and I think she can probably do it. So I think it will be McColgan, then Verity, and hopefully Amy Louise Markov, because I think Judd's already an Olympian now. That's it. She's going. It would be great to see somebody else. And yeah, I don't know with Laura Waitman, she might surprise and run her best. But it's a race I absolutely can't wait to watch. And also just interesting to see Jenny Nesbitt finally get in a race where there will be people running faster, and finally have a chance at that standard, because that's been ridiculous so far. Every race she's done, she's had to run alone. So that will be another little interesting thing to watch for.
For sure. And I missed out Amy and Louise Markov. She does have the standard as well. She's ran a 15:05. George, you've suggested that actually Laura Waitman might be your pick for the winner in this race.
Yeah, I mean, McColgan's definitely favourite. But I think Waitman's only ran a 3K this year. She ran 8:53, which is pretty good, but obviously not as fast as, or not suggesting 14:44 shape, which is her PB, or that's her qualifying time that she's got. I suppose it makes a difference whether McColgan runs the 15 or not, just to, if she's running 3 races in 3 days, that might give Waitman the edge. But yeah, McColgan's probably favourite, but I'll mix it up and say Waitman, McColgan, and yeah, I've put Ockenden third, but again, finishing third doesn't definitely mean you go, and they could still pick Markov or Judd or someone else. So yeah,
I think having a few athletes already with the standard in this race may mean it turns tactical or starts slow, potentially, may not, but it may mean that those who are perhaps faster towards the end, like an Ockenden, could be in for a strong finish. So I've gone for McColgan, Ockenden. I actually had Jess Judd in there, but now I'm changing my mind to Laura Waitman. Basically, I don't know. It will be an interesting race. But yeah, any number of names there could make those top 3, I think.